Okay, so in this video, we're going to talk about how to open up a self-coaching practice. Specifically, we're going to talk about the pre-model conversation. So when you're trying to access your unconscious thoughts, what's outside of your awareness or only in your peripheral awareness, it's almost like fish swimming around in a pond in our mind. So if you try to go right for your thoughts and identify your thoughts specifically, often you'll find they'll kind of like swim away. You've got to lure your unconscious in by hooking it with questions. If you just ask yourself, what am I thinking? It'll be like blank a lot of the time, or just very superficial. So the way we make our unconscious conscious is by asking great questions. This gives us visibility on our thought patterns. So to begin your self-coaching session, approach it as if you were coaching a client, right? Prompt yourself with questions like, what area would I like to focus on today? Or what could I use some support with? Or inquire about a specific goal or challenge that you're facing. Initiate a dialogue between your inner coach and your inner client by asking and answering questions, switching between the two roles throughout the session. Whenever your inner client is answered, practice pausing, review what's been said, and then switch into the coach role. Think about what you might ask a client, right, about what's just been said, and then go back and forth like this. Some people like to use different colors when they're alternating between the two roles. I personally just put a little arrow between the two when I'm switching back and forth. So be mindful when you switch into the role of coach to coach yourself the way that you would a client. Be thoughtful about the tone that you're using with yourself in your mind when you're asking questions or making observations. Use a curious, open, and non-judgmental approach. Most of us have never been taught to witness our thinking, let alone witness it compassionately. So it's a practice that really does take some practice, right? When we become judgmental of ourselves, or even start to judge our thoughts and emotions as negative, it can block us from important insights. We don't want to automatically assume that a thought or feeling isn't serving us without thoroughly investigating. So ask lots of open-ended exploratory questions like, why is this bothering me? Or why is this a problem? Or what am I making this mean? How am I defining that? Just let the conversation flow. Sometimes, simply by virtue of asking yourself really great questions and deepening curiosity, you're able to create a shift in awareness without needing to proceed to the two other steps of the self-coaching process, so doing a model and a post-model integration. And the time to segue to a model is after you've experienced a little bit of catharsis just from expressing yourself, right? So maybe there's something that's come up so far that you're wanting to investigate a little more thoroughly. You'll just have to develop your intuition a little bit on this, right? But there's no right or wrong time to segue into that second piece of it. You might just need to monitor a little bit of the time that you have set aside for your self-coaching practice. If this video helped you out in any way, make sure that you leave a like and click on the screen right now to watch another video just like this one with more tips, strategies, and demos on how to self-coach. I'll see you in the next video.